What's up, guys? Welcome back. Excuse the state of the hands, I fell over. If you are changing the power steering belt and the alternator belts on your 90s Civic, so this is a EK4, but I believe it's the same on the EM and the EJ. This is a B16 A2 engine. It's probably quite similar on the others. This is all you need. So screwdriver at the end for tightening up the alternator belt. Pretty much everything is a 12mm. There's a 14mm on the alternator underneath. If you need to just tighten the belts, you probably don't need to undo that. You can just do it with a bit of leverage from the top. If you need to slacken it off enough in order to get the alternator belt off, then you will need to get underneath and undo that. That was a little bit of a pig, but not too bad. I'll show you in a minute. But to start with, this is the power steering belts. This is what we're dealing with here. So literally, I've nearly finished the job, so I've literally undone that all the way off. And then you've got a 12mm there and a 12mm there. Once you've undone them, this whole thing slides up and down. And then obviously you can get your belt on and off. This reservoir literally just sits in that little thing there, so you literally just pull that out and get that out of the way if you need a little bit. And then once you drop that right down, then you can get the power steering belt off. Now down in there, which hopefully you can see, so the belt is still on the alternator. I've literally just slackened it off and I got to the point where I can get the belt off. There's a middle one which I haven't got, and that's probably to do with air conditioning, which I haven't got. And then the one at the very bottom of your screen, that's the one that I've just taken off. And then at the back you've got the alternator here. That's your 12mm there. So once you've undone that, if you just need to adjust it and tighten it up, probably with a bit of brute force, if you get what you're supposed to do is undo to get some tension on the belt. Once you put a new belt on, get a big screwdriver in between this and then kind of lever it like that and then tighten that belt up. That gets your tension. But to get it all the way that way, to get it slack, you need to undo the nut at the bottom, which is a 14mm. Let's go underneath. I'll show you what happened under there. So when I first got under here, I was met with this great big plastic guard, and I thought, oh no, I can't get to anything. But actually, if you keep wiggling all the way under, you can get to where you need to. Now, that's your 14mm there. Because it's been under this car and driving around in the UK grimy roads for the last 27 years, it needed a bit of persuasion. Now I'll put a 6-sided socket on there, because I started off with the ring end on the spanner, which is obviously 16 sides, and it slipped. So I put a 16 on there and then hung on it and a few choice words, and then it did end up coming off. And then, yeah, that's just finger tight now. So if you just need to adjust your belt, you probably don't need to do that. A bit of persuasion from the top with a big bar, and that will get it enough just to get it tight. But if you're actually changing the belt, that needs to be loose, otherwise you won't have enough movement on the alternator at the top to get the belt off. You can see this is looking a bit second hand. There's supposed to be 4 ridges on there, and there's only 3, hence why we're changing them. I believe that's the air conditioner one, which I haven't got air conditioning because race car. And then that's the power steering one over here. And don't worry about this oil weeping out, it's just letting you know that there's oil in it. I've got to add, if you do need any extra help with working on your Civic or any car, I've actually downloaded an e-manual for this from eManuals Online. There's a link in the description and a discount code. Go and download it. You get a PDF to your phone, tablet, laptop, whatever you want to do, and that will help you for doing jobs like this. Okay, fast forward 5 minutes. I've got the alternator belt on after trying to put it on from this end first and try and thread it up. There's actually not a great deal of movement here, so it's easier to drop it in from the top and get it on the alternator first, because then you've got loads of room here to get your arm kind of around the back, do a little reach rounds, and then get it on that top pulley there. Bosh. You push that away, take the initial tension, and then, like I was saying before, get your screwdriver in there and then prise that so it's reasonably tight, and then do it at the 12mm, and then don't forget to do it at the 14mm underneath once the top one's tight. There we go, fast forward another 5 minutes. You've got the power steering belt on. Again, same, drop it in from the top and then push it over the end one. Again, if you haven't got air conditioning, don't put it on the middle one. And then this one's really easy to tighten up. Again, once it's all tight, then you do these 12 mils up. But to adjust it, you just keep winding this little butterfly nut in, and then that will eventually take all that slack in. And then again, I always do a belt, can't get to it, there it is, so that when it's tight you can only get about half a twist in, like that, and then you know it's tight.
5 minutes later.
If that was helpful, leave a comment in the comment section, give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, watch some of my other videos. I'm going to go make a cup of tea, and I'll see you on the next one.